Yeah. Ready? Let's get it. I'm telling you why, you can see in their eyes, them boys ain't playing, they ready to ride. Shaking the tunnel, just screaming and yell. If you ain't ready, you get eaten alive. Taking the field with loads of passion, swagging out with the flyest fashions. Cameras out and they steady flashing. Captain's out, we about to get it cracking. Full of crashing in between those lines. You boys, we about to ride. We a band of brothers and we stick together like an army mission when it's wartime. We stacking them W's, pay attention. Opponents coming with apprehension. We stay on top of our division. Went from BCS buses to playoff contenders. We on the rise up. Now the boys mad. We have to tighten them boys up. We here for the crown. Utes. We on the rise up. Now the boys mad. We have to tighten them boys up. We here for the crown. Utes.
Welcome, Utah football fans. Here we are, another podcast, and I just can't even stand the way we have to start this podcast. It is... I'm at a loss for words, to be honest. I think everybody is. I can't fathom that we're going through this again within 9 months of each other. And obviously I'm talking about the loss of Aaron Lowe over the weekend, the night after our game on Saturday. And we still don't have a lot of answers, and hopefully we'll get some more answers. But the fact is that we've lost another player. And in the way we lost him is horrible and horrific, and my heart is just breaking for his family, for our Utah football family. The fact that our team is going through this again is just unfathomable.
Yeah, I woke up on Sunday and I'm checking Twitter, and it was like, this is deja vu. I could not believe that I had to turn to my wife and say, we lost another Utah football player. I mean, it was just crazy. And for those of you who don't know, Aaron and Ty Jordan were best friends. They played at the same high school together.
Yeah.
They both came to Utah. Aaron won the Ty Jordan scholarship this year, which is awarded to one of the players. And as part of that scholarship, you have the honor of wearing number 22 in honor of Ty. So it's just, I'm with you. I'm at a loss for words. It breaks my heart that his family, and this team, the things that these guys have had to go through at this point. I can't even. If you've ever been on a team that's close knit, I mean, it really is a brotherhood. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. And everything I've heard about Aaron was that he was just a great dude. Everyone, not even just the players, but the staff, the coaches, Maddie Ford, who does all the social media stuff. She had an amazing tweet about how he just lit up a room, and it makes me so sick and so sad that this is how we have to start this podcast.
Yeah, well said. Not much I can add to that. I just second what both of you just said. I've been extremely sad about it. Senseless. Like you said, we don't know all the details, but nevertheless, it's still a senseless death of such a nice, great young man. So much in front of him, it's tragedy, and it breaks my heart. So rest in peace, Aaron, and all our best to his family, all our best to his close friends, and then, of course, to his teammates and brothers and Utah Nation. We're all part of his family, so our condolences and rest in peace.
I do want to say one thing. Utah football fans as a whole, bravo. There was a GoFundMe account that was set up for Aaron. And at this point, I think it just closed. It has $25,000 that have been donated. Bravo to Ute fans. I am sure that there are Cougar fans, that there were Aggie fans, non-football related people that donated to this. And so thank you to everybody. Those things are, it's really heartwarming that people can come together in a situation like this, because the last thing you want to have to think about is financials. Mm-hmm. So great job to the Utah family and to those who donated. Thank you. Bravo.
Well, and I do feel like, we're here to talk about Utah football. That's what we do. But when things like this happen, it really puts a lot of it into perspective. You know, we get on here, we bitch about how the game went and things like that. And in the grand scheme of things, yes, we love Utah football, but this man's life means way more than that. And obviously I know there will be tributes for him and things going forward. And it's so hard. On Saturday when they played the Ty Jordan between the third and fourth quarter, I got emotional.
It gets me every time.
And it really does. It's so awful. And now here we are again. I don't know exactly what they'll do. Obviously they'll do tributes to Aaron as well, but our team has been through hell. The last few months have been hell, and this is really difficult. It's happening in the middle of season. So anything we can do to boost our team, the coaching staff, the players, everybody, we need to do it, Utah fans.
Would you guys be in favor of them retiring number 22? What's your thoughts on that?
I see it both ways. That was kind of my first thought, was like, well, we just need to retire that number because, you know.
Yeah.
But then I also understand the idea of honoring both of them by continuing it going. So I see it both ways.
The thing is there was conversations about retiring it after Ty passed.
Yeah.
And Aaron actually was one of the loudest voices about not retiring the number, about having it be a living tribute to Ty. I agree. I personally think they should retire it. I think that making it something that is special for these two young men that were so excited to be at the U and so much life, and I mean they just were great guys. I'm in favor of doing it, but I understand having that, you know, it's a special badge of honor that you get to wear number 22 at the University of Utah. So I don't know.
I can go either way. I think it'd be neat though to still have it on the field and playing football. I probably lean more that way, but honestly, it wouldn't bother me at all if they retired it. So, Aaron will always be with us. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now we got to start having a little bit more of a conversation.
Talk a little football, I guess.
All right.
Yes.
But anyway, so
I'm gonna start with this. I wasn't here last week.
but yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. Went to Florida. Humid as all hell. I don't know how people live there, honestly. I walked out of the airport, and I'm not kidding, it was 10:30 at night. I started sweating immediately. It was so freaking humid. And it was only like 80 degrees. It's the weirdest thing. Anyway.
You're dripping.
So, as you guys mentioned last week, we were the victims of some massive trolling when it comes to cougar board.
Zoobie board, more accurate, it's Zoobie board.
Okay. The amount of people that ripped on you for using the word zoobie was amazing.
Hey,
Well, here's the thing, because
Zoob,
I'm
and
sure
all
there are
Zoobie is
some
Zoob.
listening.
That's what
Oh
they
yeah,
are.
can hold your. I was just gonna say is welcome all you
Welcome.
fans and welcome to all the Zoobie
It
trolls.
is the weirdest phenomenon. The amount of
It's good to have you.
zoobs
Listen to
that
the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
subscribed to the podcast, B, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then Instagram and Twitter. They didn't just go and do their little throw stuff at us and then leave. They subscribed. It's the weird. So I'm sure they're listening.
Well, we're glad to have you.
So welcome. Now, to all the Ute fans. This was mentioned. Bryn mentioned this. We need you Ute fans to please go and rate our podcast. Over the course of a week, we went from a 4.2 star rating down to a 2.3 star rating.
I wonder
how that
who did
happened.
that. Who was behind that?
So
The holy ones from
the closet
Down in
drinkers
Happy
down
Valley.
in freaking Provo who
Holy
are better
ones.
than all of us because they proclaim it. You know, just if you're listening to this podcast, please go give us a 5-star. It matters in the analytics of things. But yeah, all of a sudden I get on there and I go, oh man, I hope this didn't happen. I get on, boom, 2.3 star. We went from
whatever, man.
we went from 14 reviews to in like 3 days, 43 reviews. The comments are pretty funny. I'll give you that, and we'll go over there. But just welcome to the Zoob friends. You're weird. You guys are weird. You're.
Hey, you know what?
Oh, we got more to say.
We got more to say. I just can't believe it.
All right, let's go on to some Utah football.
Okay, we'll come back to this.
We'll be back to the Zoobie board.
I got a lot to say. I got 2 weeks worth.
Wow.
I got a lot.
Hey, Zoobs.
Great.
So be it. Okay.
Welcome to a real team.
Real program.
Real football program.
Let's see. We got a win.
Woo!
And
Hey,
it was
man.
and it was easy. I didn't stress one time.
A win. We got the win.
Hey.
I mean, what?
We did.
Okay, I just
Hey, it was
24-13, baby. All
It
it
was
takes to get
a-
that first one, huh?
a great fourth quarter.
In the Pac-12.
The rest of the game, not so great.
Well, it depends on the aspect of the game you're talking about.
Okay.
Good. Let's say this though. It was a beautiful day versus our thunderstorm that we had.
It was beautiful, but I got crisped. I forgot to put sunscreen on my pencil.
Well,
neck.
that's
Shout out Cougar board.
That's a little
Zoobie board.
inside Zoobie joke.
Apparently I'm a pencil neck, which is
Oh,
bizarre.
That's now
That's brutal,
now
baby.
That's
fried
now fried. I got home.
from
I
Saturday.
was gonna take a shower and I took my shirt off.
And his
And
pencil
I
neck
got
was red.
My pencil neck, like a perfect line.
Hey, dum, you gotta wear sunscreen.
I did. I found somebody that had left sunscreen outside the stadium.
Your Norwegian
That's why it
skin.
didn't work.
Yeah, it's probably
No, I just forgot to put it on in this area. Look, can you still see it?
your dollar store sunscreen.
It said banana boat on it. So I got crisp, but you're right. It was
was
It was
hot.
hot as hell. It was hot. But get your bucket hat out and you
I
get
had my
you
one-
get the lady down the row who just keeps spraying people with a squirt bottle.
Yeah, who was that woman?
I don't
She's
know.
crazy. Spraying water on everybody.
Hey, it felt good. I had one of those cooling cloths on.
I forgot mine.
You have to be prepared.
I ran to the stadium.
You have to be prepared for all weather-related
Yeah.
scenarios.
That was a mistake.
Hey,
on
and
my
Ute
part.
fans, you need to tailgate. If you don't tailgate, I mean, you should. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's part of the. I mean, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But hey,
This was a
tailgating
can.
is fun. What a beautiful day to be out.
And come see us. We're right off Guardsman, directly
was
across
good.
from
Yeah, look us up. Look us up.
Directly across from the Utah facility. There's some stairs. Walk up. We're right there.
On
You'll
the
see
grass.
the banner.
Hey, I have to say, I was
ma'am.
very proud of the Muss and the students for turning out for a 12:30 game.
Absolutely, it was great.
It was way more full than I expected it was going to be. The stadium
filled.
It
The stadium
did fill
filled.
in, but
And look, I'll give a little bit of
You know.
leniency on a 12:30 kick.
It was good.
Kids, family, all that sort of stuff. It filled in 90% full. It was pretty good. Beautiful day. And
All
I was
right.
stress free the whole time.
I didn't
Sure.
say one swear word.
All right, so let's talk about the game a bit.
That's a lie.
That's a big lie. I swore before the game started.
Let's go offense first and talk about what's your overall impression, you two, on about the offense and I mean, we know what the big
Look,
what
yeah.
the big thing is, but before we talk about
Before we
that,
go to the elephant.
everything else.
Before we talk about
I
that.
thought it was much like what you guys talked about last week, where when there's tempo involved, it clicks. It doesn't give the defense an opportunity to sub. There's just something about the 2-minute drill style offense, the tempo. You don't have to do it constantly, but when there was that tempo in the game, we moved the ball. Overall, I'd probably give it about a C. There was good, there was bad. Rising didn't light it up by any stretch of the imagination. He was efficient. He did not turn the ball over. There was no picks thrown. He had a couple of very big runs. The pass game is still lacking. I mean, it is what it is. I haven't looked at how many actual receptions came by receivers, but probably like 4 all game. So overall, the offense I'd probably give a C, and then it goes down from there because of the elephant in the room.
Obviously all the hype going into the game was Cam Rising with all of the controversy last week. I think he did fine. I don't think he did amazing. He did overthrow guys in the end zone a couple of times, which was frustrating. You know, wide open in the end zone, and it was overthrown. But he did fine. Average.
I was wrong. We had our see. This pisses me. I will say this. Our receivers had 3 receptions that entire game. Covey had 2 for 8 yards.
What do you mean?
I mean that receivers, not tight. So we got tight ends, wide receivers, running backs. So we throw the ball to our tight ends more than most because they're very good and very talented. But you've got guys on the outside that are very good. Now, I don't know. Maybe they're not getting separation. Maybe the route tree doesn't call for that. Sometimes it's designed to go to a certain guy. 3 wide receiver receptions the entire game is not good enough.
So the formula we heard prior to the season from Witt was he wanted 200 yards of rushing, 300 yards passing. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
When he
I remember that.
That's his formula. Well, I felt like our rushing was fine, but
we had 212 yards rushing.
I mean, I don't know how you can. Rising did fine. I mean, he did fine, but it's not good enough to win the Pac-12 South that outing. He only threw the ball 23 times, which he's 13 for 23 for 137 yards. His QBR was 44.5. It's just not good enough. So for me, as far as the overall offense, unless we get more dangerous than this, okay.
Oh, we're in big trouble.
We're in big trouble. Now, personally, I felt like the O-line did a lot better this game. I don't think it was catastrophic. I actually thought they played a lot better than.
I think they did better. Nick Ford still had his issues.
They did.
Dude, Bryn shredding Nick Ford last week.
I'm sorry. Get it together.
I agree with you.
Nick Ford, I like you. Get it together.
But he played a lot better this week.
But Pledger, he had 10 carries. He got 117 yards.
Bright spot.
Only 10 carries. He got 117 yards. Well, I don't know. I feel like there were moments there with the rushing game. It was fine. Now, the thing is, overall, the offense should have done better, but okay. Then the bottom line is, which anyone who went to the game or knows anything about it is, we fumbled the ball seven times. And I think there were 2 others that weren't considered fumbles because it was they
went out.
One was after a touchdown and he dropped it.
Jackson scored as he went in. And the ball popped out.
The ball. So we had 7 fumbles and we lost 3.
See, how did we win?
So
how do you win?
You don't win games like this.
A game when you lose it 7 times.
Because we were so much better. That's frustrating.
Insane.
We were so much better than them.
Well,
7. When's the last time you saw a football game with 7 fumbles?
There was.
But see, that's the positive side of it is the fact that
it was unbelievable. I still can't.
Our team hung in there and we won.
So I got a coworker who, former football player, running back at a D1 school. He actually helped coach Utah football last year. Had a conversation with him today about the fumbles, and he said there was nothing about the fumbles that was mechanically or fundamentally wrong. It's not like they were holding the ball out. It's not like they were being careless with the football. It's just weird things happen. Sometimes a guy puts a helmet right on your arm and it pops out, and it just happened so many times. But he did say, he goes, I know what practice was today. He goes, the only thing they worked on today
I'm sure.
is ball security. And he said, he goes, that running back coach is on the hot seat. Whether they say it or not, that's like and especially in the Whittingham offense, ball security, turnovers, that's priority 1.
Well, but see, only 2 of them were running backs. So we had 7 fumbles. We lost 3 of those. But, Bernard and Curry are the only running backs.
Bernard fumbled the ball 3 times.
Thomas fumbled the ball. We recovered it, but Thomas fumbled the ball.
Are we sure Thomas fumbled the ball?
I'm 100%.
It's not on here. It was Jaquindon and Britton Covey.
And Bernard fumbled 3 times.
And Bernard was 3 times.
Bernard fumbled 3 times?
I don't think it was Thomas.
Yeah.
And then the one Curry had as he's spinning into the end zone.
It doesn't matter. Look, I'm not going to make any excuses. We fumbled the ball 7 times. One time at the 8-yard line by Jackson. One time at Curry going in.
The first play of the second half, we fumbled.
And that's Bernard. He fumbled it.
Gave them 7 points.
It was a short field, and they scored. There's just in those right there is a swing of 21 points. So as bad as, or as mediocre, I'll say, as mediocre as the offense was, and as if we don't do that kind of stuff, if you're not fumbling, which is basic football, I get there's.
It would have been a blowout.
We would have blown them out, and we wouldn't be worrying about it. That is the reason why we didn't blow them out. That's the reason why we could have easily lost that game, obviously. But it's ridiculous. Seven turnovers, 3 fumbles. Now on the other side, of course, our D got us 3 interceptions.
Yeah, let's talk about the positive.
But the offense, you can't fumble, and it needs to become more. I feel like it can, but it has to become more dangerous, or we got no shot. Now, that's why I think the bye week's good. But again, those fumbles, we should have another couple touchdowns easy because we had at the 8-yard line. And we're moving the ball, and it's too bad. But be that as it may, that's the reality of it. We wouldn't be worrying about the offense being crap because we would have had like another 21 points probably.
Pledger was a bright spot.
Very much so.
He played well, and I know that he came in for Bernard.
He got hurt, so we don't know how bad that is. Have you heard?
Bernard
right? Got hurt.
Bernard
got
upper
hurt.
body.
On the fumble,
and
he got hurt.
we don't know.
He did come back and play special teams later on in the game. Bernard did.
Well, and football canceled all their media for this week, which is understandable. So we don't have any updates today from Witt's press conference on player status or anything like that. But
Reid, I want to say this: our defense, that was the best defensive effort I've seen a defense play. They were on the field a ton. I am in love with Devin Lloyd.
Give us the poll.
He's a good one to be
Give us that
love
first
with.
poll. That we put out some polls.
Devin Lloyd is an absolute beast. It's insane. Hold on, I was unprepared for this.
So we did here I've got it here. So we're going to talk about the defense now. So we put a poll out today for the top position group so far in the season after the 4 games. And no surprise is linebackers 69%, D-line 11%, secondary got no votes, running back.
It's a little harsh on the secondary.
Yeah, I don't believe. I mean, but
if you got to pick one,
it's
tight end got some votes, 16%, which fair enough. But I guess the point is, and it goes to what you're about to say, I think, is at this point of the season, after 4 games, that position group, which we all see seems to be at the top of the list, is the linebackers, 70% almost. I mean, 69%. So,
a huge shout out to Reid, who was the linebacker that stepped in because Sewell was hurt, so he missed last game. Heard him interviewed, and he said that he spent all week with Sewell going over the plan. But the guy had 7 solo tackles, and an interception. And the interception was as Washington State was driving the field. He made a great play. He read it. He knew what the route was, backed in. The guy threw it right to his numbers. And the craziest thing about this, that guy's a freshman. He's a freshman that stepped in, played absolutely phenomenal, and then Devin Lloyd just how much can we say?
But for Reid, though, that's the thing you got to remember. He's a freshman. This was his first game. He led the team in tackles, total tackles.
Just insane.
So he had total 15, 7 solo, an interception, and 1 tackle for a loss. As a freshman, his first game.
And a sack.
Yeah,
that is
fantastic game.
Phenomenal.
Linebacker. That's behind Sewell, who got hurt. Who was hurt in San Diego State game, didn't play. So this guy comes in, and this is the game he throws up.
And he has the
most
tackles. He
got an award this week for Freshman of the Week in
Pac-12.
Is it just Defensive Freshman of the Week in the Pac-12? I believe is what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Congratulations to him, man. What a game. Then Lloyd.
What's crazy is there's actually a number of guys on our team that are kind of in this similar boat. where we look at them because they've been in the program for a little while, as having been here for a long time. I mean, Clark Phillips, pick 6, Clark Phillips. Huge play.
Well.
You know this? That was his 8th game that he's ever played at the U. He's still technically like within his first season. It was only his 8th game he's played.
That's insane.
It feels like he's been here for 4 years. So we still have a lot of youth, a lot of guys who are learning. But I thought the defense stepped up and played.
But Lloyd, though, this is the thing. Lloyd got an award this week.
Yeah, he did.
It was like
I can tell you, I've got it right here.
You got it?
The Reese's.
Defensive player, let's get it. The Senior Bowl Defensive Player of the Week.
That's what it was.
Is Devin Lloyd. And
the crazy thing about Lloyd, I thought after leaving the game, I thought to myself, well, he has like 4 sacks. He only had 1. But the thing about it is, he made the play in order for then someone else. He put the pressure on the quarterback, and then someone else was able to make the sack. He was in there all game long. He was all over the place.
Exactly
but he
right.
had. So but this is what he had. He had 8 tackles on the day, including a season high 3 for a loss. Tackles for a loss. So 8 tackles, 3 for a loss. But he added that unbelievable interception.
Oh, such a
which was a
play.
big thing. Unfortunately, that was one of the fumbles that we did on the 8.
After we
would
got
have
the
gone
ball.
in for a score.
Yeah.
But it was a fantastic play. So Lloyd had another. He didn't lead the team in tackles, but for tackles for loss, it was huge again, and an interception. So the linebacker
so
core
impactful.
again was fantastic. But the D line was outstanding, man.
Real. We had 8 sacks this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's decent. I mean, 8 sacks. That's outstanding. And gosh, what's it? I don't want to.
Van Fillinger.
I didn't want to.
Van
destroy his
Fillinger,
name.
another freshman, had 3 sacks this game.
3 sacks. But you're right, Bryn. It felt like the sacks were being divvied out, and they were. But a lot of it was Lloyd doing something that forced the quarterback to do something he didn't want to do, and then the rest of the D line. Destroyed him.
Just swarmed in on him.
I mean, there was a hit in this game.
I don't know how that quarterback got up.
Well, he didn't come back in the game.
I know at the end.
But
after his helmet popped
yeah,
off.
I felt bad for the backup coming in, and it's 3rd and 20, and we're just teeing off on the guy. But 8 sacks.
But the Pac-12 Defensive Line Player of the Week was Van Fillinger.
Freshman.
So our 2 freshmen that actually, this was their first game of,
Pac-12 game. First ever.
They lit it up. Now the whole line, and there's other guys that just played fantastic. I was talking to somebody. He was criticizing our D. I mean, okay, you got to take the whole game.
Who was it?
You got to take the game in total.
Do I know him?
You have to take the game.
Yes, that means yes.
In total, from the start to the finish.
Washington State had 106 total yards of offense in the second half of that game.
Yeah, we
dominated
I
them.
can't remember. Did they score in the second? How did they
Yeah,
score?
they did.
Now I can't even
So
remember.
Because of the fumble on like our, what was it, 20-yard line?
Okay, yeah. So
they scored.
That's a gimme score.
That was it. They didn't do anything beyond that.
So here's
They
the
had field goals.
Here's the second half. They had the ball 7 times in the second half, and here's every.
Give us the analytics.
So this is it's
Analytics, Gary.
and you want to know. So here's you got to take the whole game in total. As I've said,
twice
and 3 times because. So here's the second half of what our defense did to Washington State. Their first possession, which came on our fumble, they scored a touchdown. Then their next possession, they threw an interception. Their next possession, they punted. Their next possession, they punted. Their next possession, they punted. Their next possession, they threw an interception to us for a touchdown. That's Phillips. And then their last possession on downs, 4th down, didn't make it.
So we handed them a touchdown, and then it was punt, pick
And then
six.
we kicked the snot at him for the rest of the half.
And
for 106 yards.
106 total yards.
So
of offense.
in the first half, okay, they what did they get?
Well, they got field goals.
They got a couple field goals.
I did almost pass out with Clark Phillips' pick 6 because it was really hot. And then when I jumped up and was jumping and screaming and yelling, and then I got really dizzy, so I had to sit back down.
So I told this to Gary. So
it's worth it.
Months ago, I hurt my ankle playing hockey. I went to the boards, felt something pop.
Oh, nice.
My wife doesn't know. My wife doesn't know this. She's not listening.
Surprise.
So I felt something pop, and I went, okay. It didn't break, so I'm fine. So healing. Well, Clark Phillips picked the freaking ball off, and he's running right at us. And I'm losing my mind, and I misstepped on the bleacher in front of me, and it went, popped. I re-injured myself.
No, maybe it popped it back in.
No, it did not. It hurt so bad.
Hey,
I re-aggravated an injury off of Clark Phillips' pick 6, and it was worth it.
it's all worth it.
It was a beautiful play right in front of us.
What if I had passed out? Well, you guys would have had to take me to the medical tent.
I wouldn't have taken you anywhere.
That's up to
you would've-
That's
Jesse.
your
not me.
husband's job.
No, he would have just left me there because it was the end of the game, and we were celebrating.
Then you find the lady with the squirt bottle, and she sprays you until you're awake.
Yeah. All right. What about? We have to touch on special teams. Here's a positive though in this game is that we kicked. Yeah. No. Here's the positives.
Part of the
You
part
got
of the positive.
is that they got no kickoffs. Our guy.
He put one through the uprights.
He was kicking it out of the
That was
end
so
zone.
awesome.
Big leg. He always has. Fantastic. That's a big help.
That's
that was huge.
We found this out. That's Matt Gay's brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Remember when we had Matt Gay?
It is?
Yeah, it's Matt Gay's brother.
That's
The
weird.
all-knowing one told me that on.
Yes, I know who you're
So
speaking
don't doubt
of.
it.
The other thing is that Britton Covey set a new record for punt yards at Utah.
Well, he's been here
Okay,
25
yeah.
years.
He's
so,
been here
so
since
it's bound to
before
happen.
the Sugar Bowl year. So yeah,
No, but that's awesome.
You guys are so full of crap. That's
Hey.
a great accomplishment. That's
it's
not
a
easy.
huge accomplishment.
Most people don't. Yeah, it's a great accomplishment.
I can't believe Covey. The guy looks like he should be an insurance salesman, and then he's out there just breaking ankles. It's
Video game Covey.
video game Covey. I wish we would use him
We
more.
did switch kickers. Am I correct in saying
So that's the negative. So Redding missed yet another field goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's 3 or 4 missed field goals on the year. So it would be safe to say that I don't know if we'll see him again for
that?
the
So
rest
then
of the
we
year.
switched.
Yeah, but this other dude, he only came in and kicked extra points. We never had another field goal opportunity, so I don't know anything about him.
got a big leg. He was kicking off. That's
He's got
kicking off.
He's got a big leg. It's
He hit the
who
extra
knows what the
points.
accuracy's like. So
Don't be
that's-
surprised that he's not the guy though.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Well, we won.
Hey, we won,
We
and
are 1-0.
I gotta admit, when okay, we just went over the game, so there was the good and there was the bad. Whatever, we got the win, and what. I'm not going to tell people how to be a fan or anything like that, but it's just unbelievable to me that we just get a win in spite of the massive errors that we made. 7 fumbles, we lose 3 of them, we miss a field goal, stuff like that. Yet our guys did not tank it. They didn't throw in the towel.
They didn't
All the
collapse.
cliches, they stuck with it, and boom, good things happened, and we got the win out of it. And that just is, you can build off of that. But instantly, guys are on Facebook page just slamming everything, and it's just, I got to think that most people are sick of that kind of crap. Yeah. I am.
I'm sick of everyone calling for Whittingham's head. The leprechaun, the end of our row. I don't know if you could hear him.
Did you see the leprechaun going berserk?
No. No.
Losing.
He lost his mind.
His mind. And look, I was frustrated as anybody. I was.
Yeah,
I get
it
it.
was
It was a
good.
frustrating game.
Yeah, at about the 7th fumble, it was.
But he was.
bit
He
frustrating.
tried to get the chant started. Wake up, wet. Wake up, wet.
No.
He started chanting that. He kept just calling for Witt's head. And I'm going, did Witt fumble the ball on the 2-yard line? Did Witt fumble the ball on the 8-yard line? Did Witt fumble the ball and give them the ball? No. I'm pretty sure he's coached them to not do that. players play.
Yeah, he was losing it.
He was losing it, and I am frustrated with it. I am going to do my very best to make a solemn, I can't say promise.
What?
Then
Just
what
spit
is
it out, man.
I'm going to try and take a step back when it comes to my losing it this year. With all things considered that's gone on in this program over the last year,
Yeah.
I feel like this team deserves some more leeway.
They do. Some
Okay,
grace.
they deserve some grace.
And do not boo your own damn team.
That pissed me off.
Utah fans, if you boo,
do we
you're
got?
You stupid
you are.
You
do
are.
not boo our team.
You don't boo your own team.
I get it. It's frustrating as hell when he misses a field goal from 30 yards.
Look, you put your head down, you put your head in your hands,
son of a-
and you start doing this.
There it is.
Because that's what I was doing.
I did it a lot.
But you don't boo your own
You
team.
don't boo your own team.
That's what Zoobs do.
Period. You just don't. Okay. But from this point forward, I'm going to try and be a little bit more zen with our football program because I feel like they've earned
You need
that
to
right.
meditate. Gary's good at it.
I'm zenned out, baby.
Oh, do you sit by him
No.
during the games?
Yes, I do.
Is he good?
No, I'm into it,
Fumbled
but
up-
I'm not like
fumbled
I'm
up
not.
the
I
one.
wasn't leprechauning it like
no
that.
one
The
was-
dude at the end
He was gonna fight his parents at the end
and
of the
his
game.
brother, dude. I thought they had a leprechaun fight.
Dang.
Leprechaun fight.
right.
Anywho,
All right. What are
Okay,
we,
let's-
what are we
do we
doing
got
now?
What do we got?
We did some polls. Let's. Oh no! First things first. Okay, Ute fans. Let's rehearse what. What should we go first? Standings, or
Oh, for Pac-12?
yeah? No, let's do this. Let's go here first. Here's our remaining schedule. So here we are. Our first game. Here's our schedule. I think you're probably aware of it, but let's just go down it because we're going to talk about how we think we're going to finish up and all that in the South and whatever.
Good.
So we have USC at USC in 2 weeks. Oh, and by the way,
They've announced that.
We'll
kickoff
do that.
time. No, I'm just
that's
saying.
at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Mountain time
On Fox.
on Fox.
It's great.
It's a primetime game.
Oh, that's so scary.
No, it's not. USC looked so terrible.
Okay,
know
so
that.
we got
That's
USC.
scary.
It looked so bad.
We then got ASU back here.
Say
at
it
home.
again. Who do we have at home? I'll say it. We have Anus U. Anus.
Hey,
This goes
even-
out to Glenn.
Shout out
Anus
Glenn.
U.
Shout out Glenn.
Even the Zoobies can call him that. It's fine.
They're Anus U. Everyone hates them.
That's in.
2
That's
weeks.
back on October. That's October 16th at the stadium.
Please be
Be there.
Please be a 5:30 or a 7:30.
Then we have Oregon State.
At Oregon.
At Oregon
We're at
State.
Oregon State.
Corvallis.
And they're starting to look a little bit more
Yeah, they're
dangerous.
looking not bad. UCLA is home October 30. We're at Stanford on November 5.
I'll be there.
That's a 10:30. No. Let's see. That's Eastern. So that's an 8:30 start
On a Friday night.
Friday night.
on a Friday night. Then we have November at Arizona.
I'll be there.
Oregon Ducks
Me too. Me.
on November 20. And then Colorado Buffaloes, November 26. So
Okay.
that's 8 games we have left. That's the lineup. So now we did some polls today that kind of revolve around that. Well, first of all, maybe this doesn't matter. Yeah, it does, because it will affect. It's in the conversation with these polls. But here's the conference record of the teams. I mean, it's early, but Arizona State is 1-0, UCLA 1-0, Utah 1-0.
So we're in first place in the Pac-12 right now.
USC. This is the good thing is
That goes
they're
south.
1-2. They've lost
They've
twice.
lost 2 games already.
That's insane.
Colorado 0-1, Arizona 0-1. So that's where we're at. Now, the interesting thing coming up in the next game, it's a big game because it's UCLA versus Arizona State, so someone's going to get a loss.
That's a big game.
Uh,
I am cheering for.
But then there's USC. If Utah can beat USC, USC's probably
They're done.
They're probably done.
they're done.
I mean, Utah can knock them out of it, and then that would be huge.
Who does USC play next week?
Colorado.
Oh, okay. Who knows though?
Who knows? They're not looking
They're a
good.
dumpster
Blues.
fire.
Anyway, there's our upcoming schedule, and then there's the standings in the South anyway. So let's go to the polls.
Okay, I've got it here.
You got
So I put a poll. How some of you live in such pessimism.
Which one are you going to do?
We're gonna do what will Utah's final record
our
be?
record.
Let me go there. I want to.
So I put options of 10-2, so we win out. 9-3, we lose one more. 8-4, 7-5. I intentionally didn't put 6-6 because I do not believe that we only win 3 more games on the schedule.
Yeah.
So we'll go through. The leader in the clubhouse is 8-4. No, sorry.
No.
7-5.
7-5.
Guys, I know it hasn't been the start of the season that we expected.
That's
that's
3
us
loses
losing
out of the next
3
8.
That's
more
3 more games.
I get it.
Can it happen? Absolutely, it could happen. But
Oh yeah, it's not going to be.
then it's 8-4 with 34%.
Those are close.
They're very close. 9-3 and then 8-2. Now,
10-2.
sorry, 10-2. For me, I would have to say, if I'm being honest and realistic,
What did you?
I haven't voted yet, but I'd say
well,
I'd
that's
say
bold.
8-4. I think we lose 2 games.
That was my vote.
That's my vote. I think we win a couple games. I think, but that Oregon game is very scary to me. And then ANSU/UCLA, I think we lose one of those.
/ Oregon State.
If we can come out with 8
who
games
knows?
and lose 2 of those games,
Yeah, I feel like that's realistic.
that would be an accomplishment.
Right.
Now, Sam
7
Latt commented 4-8.
Oh, come
How are you?
on.
How are you a fan?
That's a Zoobie troll. Are you a Zoobie troll? Are you?
I mean, come on.
We've had a few.
He doesn't look like
Where are we looking at?
in the comments section.
The thing that's strange on your other poll,
I
because
mean-
it plays along into this, is you said, how's your outlook for the rest of the season? Is it optimistic or pessimistic? And I believe optimistic won handily in that.
Yeah, well, let's look at it, shall we?
Well, you two are the ones looking it up.
Well,
Brent's skipping around.
No, I'm not.
yeah, you are.
That's what we're talking about.
I can't find it.
It's right there.
Yeah, 88% of you say
Outlook on-
optimistic.
How are you optimistic, but then you're like
4-8.
4-8, 5
Maybe
and
he's one of the
7.
pessimistic.
Well, he's wrong.
11%.
Pessimist.
Sam, I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal, bud. We go 4-8. I'll buy you dinner. It's on me. How's that sound?
Commiserate together.
Because then you're a prophet, and I owe
Okay,
you.
bottom line. I mean, how these all connect, I don't know, but are we optimistic or pessimistic? I'm glad to see 88% are optimistic.
I'm optimistic.
I think most people are that way.
I think getting back in the win column.
Yeah.
You got you know who your quarterback is.
I think the glimmers that we saw, obviously, we're now dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
So that plays into it, and I understand if that maybe sways you to the pessimistic column a little bit, but
I understand that.
I think hopefully it's just going to bring our guys even closer together. It's going to make them want to play harder for Aaron, for Ty, all of those things. So
the defense
I am optimistic.
is starting to gel a little bit better at this point.
Who's going to win the South is the other poll.
Give me the results here. I haven't looked at it.
Okay, so here's the
So I put
poll results.
I put ANSU, Utah, UCLA, and Arizona and
USC.
USC.
So 50% said Utah will win the South. 39% UCLA, ANSU at 6%, and USC at 3%.
USC, I think, unless something miraculous happens, I think they're done.
Well,
UCLA,
they have no margin of error.
They have no margin of error. I don't know what to make of UCLA yet.
They're good.
I think they're good.
They're
but
a good team.
We get them at home. That'll be
good.
very nice.
I mean, of course, on this, I want to vote for Utah, but I also...
What did you do? Let's ask. What did you vote for?
I don't think I voted on
You
this
got-
one because it
Why?
was...
Okay, no. What'd you vote for?
Utah.
He voted Utah.
Absolutely.
Well, of course, we're Utah football fans.
We're going to win it.
Okay.
I think we win it.
Okay.
I think we're going to grind each other up,
Yeah, it's not. We're not gonna. It's not gonna.
but
be
I think
10
we're
and
coming out
2.
on top, baby.
But I
Of
do
the
think.
South.
Of
Yeah,
the
I think we
South.
come out on the South.
I do think UCLA at some point is going to lose.
UCLA is notorious for losing to Arizona.
They might lose
or
to
something
ASU
weird.
this weekend.
ANSU, USC's going to pull. USC's going to beat some
That's
teams.
what the Pac-12 does every year.
I'm just saying we got to be on top of the carnage.
Yeah, we have to 8-4 minimum. Otherwise, I mean, 2 losses in conference, you can still win the South. It's going to be the tiebreaker stuff, all that weird crap, but it can happen.
We're just getting started. Isn't this weird? I feel like we've been playing this season for 5 months.
Yeah,
yet we're just getting started.
We're
We've
one
only
game
had
into the Pac-12.
one conference game.
The season started on.
Great.
I mean, realistically, honestly, the season started on Saturday.
Well, yeah, we're 1-0.
We're 1-0. Everything else
All
before
right.
that was irrelevant. You hear
That's
that?
true.
Absolutely.
Do you hear that?
Zoobie board, do you hear that?
You put that out. It was irrelevant because it was.
They already know that.
That's what. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We did do it's really not it is not a football related question, but it's about Rice Eccles Stadium and the climate at the stadium, meaning, here's the question. Do you approve of the music played at the games from start to finish? And I got to say, I cannot believe this. Is that 62% voted yes, they approve, and only 37% said no. What are you listening to?
I don't know. Are you 97 years old?
Yes.
And,
I'm telling you what. It's horrible.
First of all, I'm tired of having this conversation. We bitch about this every year, but please get better. Get better. It's not hard. I spent 8 minutes of my day today and came up with a playlist that I guarantee is vastly superior to the garbage that was played at Rice Eccles Stadium.
Here's what it is. You go to any other sporting event anywhere, and even, guess what? Even down in Provo.
Yeah.
They play better music than Rice Eccles Stadium
It's so
does.
bad.
And that shows you how bad we are.
It's
then.
so bad.
Exactly. It's horrible. You go to any other sporting event, and then you come to Utah games, and I feel like I'm 85 years
It's
old.
embarrassing.
And what it is, it's not, I mean, it is the song selection, but more than anything, we had a interception. We had a huge play. We have the moment of loudness for Ty Jordan. The crowd is up here, and then they play a freaking song that just takes the energy and goes,
Sucks it down.
and
They
it all
literally-
dies.
Ooga chugga.
Yes. So
That's what I think about
Careful.
it. Ooga chugga.
So moment of
Choking.
loudness, right? Emotional.
Yeah.
The place, every single person in Rice Eccles is standing and cheering as loud as they can.
Loud clapping.
Boom, and it's going into the fourth quarter. That needs to be followed by AC/DC or
Hype.
Metallica
Hype.
or freaking Tool. Instead, I'm standing there going, and I hear ooga chugga, ooga 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 chugga. That's what they played, and I felt the stadium go.
You do. You
felt
feel
it.
it.
Yeah, the song.
And they do it for the 7 people that are obsessed with dancing to get on the Jumbotron. I'll dance to freaking Slayer if you play it.
Okay, let me.
It's
this is
so
funny.
bad. It's
There's some
just
good
so-
comments here that I'm in complete agreement with. Let's see. This is funny.
Hey, get the beat button ready.
For the love of, please stop playing. Don't stop believing. That's some BYU.
You added that little part.
No, it says it.
I know, but
I totally agree.
Totally agree.
well, you hate.
Bon
Well,
Jovi's
that's
garbage.
Journey.
Okay, now this is
Journey.
where I
Don't stop.
okay, this
Bon
guy's got to
Jovi.
be 1,000 years old. Always too loud.
It's not loud.
Oh, what? Somebody said that?
Yeah.
And then I think
That's my other complaint.
another
Turn the volume up.
if the oh my gosh.
Read it.
He's just no. It's not too loud. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not
It's
loud
not too
enough.
loud.
It needs to be
It needs to be like
much
on
louder.
It needs to be
It's
on
not
10,
loud
please, for those moments.
And can we please, we are not Boston.
Yeah, that's got to go.
Sweet Caroline
That's got to go.
has to go. This is a football game in the state of Utah. This is not a baseball game in Boston. It has to go. It is first of all, it's a terrible song. It's a terrible song just in
It's like
in general.
1970.
It's an awful song with no hype to it whatsoever.
We're
All
not
I'm
Boston.
saying is-
the song's
Hype it up. Hype it up.
You think the players are on the field going, I can't stop this.
No. Hype
Ooga,
it.
can you see the lineman going ooga chugga, ooga chugga?
No. Sweet Caroline.
Give us the hype.
That is about as cheesy. That is cheese stuff.
So bad.
She's what?
Cheese it. I like Cheez-Its. I'm just saying.
It's bad
Whoever
people.
Rice Eccles, I created
Okay.
a playlist. It took me 3 minutes of my life.
Call him.
Call me. I will share it with you and play it. And let's just see.
Tweet at Mark Harlan, please.
And that little knob that says volume,
Please take
it off of
Take it off
3.
and at least put it to 7.
No. That's got when it's time for some energy and some feel, put that baby on 8, 9, or 10. Then take it down. That's fine.
It's fine. I'm with you. You can manipulate that knob a little bit. Like you can go louder.
Manipulate it.
Manipulate it. You can manipulate.
Just give us hype.
Just
Come on.
It's not hard.
No.
Not every song has to be like Rage Against the Machine.
you
or
have a
Metallica.
variety.
You have a variety of
How about
genres.
K. Scott?
Yes, thank you. That's what I said. Why can't we play
Kenneth Scott
K.
music?
the song that we start our podcast with? Why can't that be played in the stadium?
Absolutely.
Play that between the third and
He's
fourth
got other
quarter.
sounds,
He's
man.
got
Put 'em out.
a couple of songs that are freaking awesome.
If
Crank
you want,
it up.
If you want to play a sing-along,
Oh, I'm so mad right now.
play it
Dude.
play it at halftime. Play it at halftime. Reserve the sing-along
The
wedding
crap at halftime.
the wedding DJ, whatever crap you want to do it at halftime. When it's the game and we are hyped,
3rd and 6.
Play
and our defense is
a
out there,
hype.
and it's the chicken song comes on because yeah,
It's just-
it's
it's ridiculous.
It's so stupid. I hate it.
Anyway, that's
It's
that
my
poll.
big.
You guys are all wrong.
You're all wrong. I seriously cannot believe that that's the direction that the poll went.
Me either.
I am too.
I'm
'cause
surprised.
Disappointed in you, Utah fans.
I am too.
I just thought I'd bring this out just for good old.
Just,
baby!
3, baby, 3.
just win, baby.
Just win, baby.
Just one baby. Because we know a lot of Ute fans are Raiders fans.
They
You
should
just
be.
are. If you're not, you should be. Let's see. Chiefs fans, 1 and 2. Yeah, Raiders 3 and 0. Okay.
Look, if you want,
Broncos fan. Oh wait, 302.
if you want to raise your blood pressure
Oh
and
my
give
gosh.
yourself even worse heartburn, just become a Raiders fan.
But here's the thing:
Because it always comes down to the last
Hey,
play.
baby.
2 overtime
It's
wins
the real
this year.
nation.
Now
It all comes down to the last
they
play.
also have my true man love at quarterback that I can't stop staring at, and
I
so
don't know. I don't get it.
you are an idiot.
Okay.
I don't get it. The eyeliner.
No, I want to talk about this.
the
We need to
eyeliner,
move
I
on.
don't get it. We can
growing
talk about
He's
it.
growing his hair out.
We can talk
Oh,
We
about it
need to move
offline.
on.
Derek, I know you listen.
We need to move on. Go Raiders, by the way. Didn't
For those not watching, we're talking about the
join,
the,
become a
Las
citizen
Vegas.
of the Raider Nation.
That's true. They don't know.
Huh?
Never mind. Everyone listening didn't know you just held up the Raiders.
a Raiders helmet, and that's what he knocked.
Oh,
on.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I.
It's a podcast.
That's true.
But we said go Raiders. So
Go Raiders, so you
get
got
the point.
it. Yeah, it's a mini Raiders helmet for those listening on the radio. Okay, it's time to present the award, and as we said last week, we're gonna, because we've soiled the ears of some people, and they're very offended by it.
Very offensive.
I don't know. We're gonna make a name change, but there's for good reason.
So soft. Thank you. Thank you.
How do we go there? But
you.
but before we go there, because this is sort of a prelude to it, I've brought some visuals.
Okay.
Again, we're a
It's only
podcast.
for those watching
For
on
the-
YouTube.
Which, by the way, most of our subscribers are actually Zoobs, so they're going to be the ones watching.
Zoobies, you're why
on
This is
YouTube.
for the YouTube Zoobs mainly,
Seeing
Zoobie
our
board
pretty
trolls, to the
faces.
Zoobie board trolls, and those on listening, we'll tell them what it is. So I'm just going to throw up. Here's a number. You can see that
The
Zoobie
number of the day.
Zoobie board.
It's a 9.
That is a 9 for those listening.
Okay.
Here's another number.
Here, let Pencil Neck hold it.
Pencil neck, hold that. That's 9. And here's another number for the Zoobs.
Give me, hey, Bryn, which number is significantly bigger?
So,
this one.
Number 9.
Number
is
9.
bigger
Okay, here it is. Let me
than
just say
1.
this. 9 and 1
That's out of the screen.
in the last, more than decade, 12 years, last 10 games, Utah has won 9.
Okay.
Zoobs have won 1, which was just a couple of weeks ago.
so enjoy the one.
Woo!
Enjoy
Way to
it.
go. But in
still.
more than a decade, the record between Utah and the Zoobs is 9-1. Okay,
Okay.
there's that.
Next visual.
Wonderful
Now we're
visual
talking
aid.
in more than the last 15 games, so I think it's 16 or 17 years. Hold this number. There's an 11.
Oh.
And there's a 4. Utah has won 11 games of the last 15. The Zoobs have won 4. Again, dominance. Just
One is bigger than the other.
one is, and we dominate.
Okay.
And so, if we even go for
See, here's the thing.
2.5 decades. Okay, I'm going to 2.5 decades.
I want to say we've talked about this before, but these people are so dense that we needed to bring visuals.
And I have to break
along.
through.
You have to. They got to follow the bouncing ball a little bit. We got to bring visuals into it. So put this out there, please.
In 2.5 decades.
Zoobies. That's 25 years.
That's so. This is 25 games. It's actually like 26 or 27 years. Utah's won 17 games.
That's a pretty big number.
And the Zoobs won 8.
Again, one is bigger than the other.
So the bottom line is, and this is how this is what has happened. And
Alligator wants to eat the bigger.
And I understand. Once in a while, little brother beats big brother,
Hey, it happened. It
and
happened
little
this year.
brother becomes all obnoxious and crazy.
And threatens
And
employment.
goes nuts and is running around like a fool and dancing on the sidelines like the dancing Kalani and all that kind of stuff. Because little
They get
brother,
offended by that.
little brother just beat big brother. But everyone knows big brother still's the dominant
Still the king.
force. And we are. So good job on getting that one victory. Utah's still the team, and we all know it.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Cougar zoobie board. I'm sort of upset because some guy called me 65 years old,
How dare he?
and he was off by a couple of years. I mean, if you're going to call me an old man, at least get
your
it
age right.
please. The other thing is someone made fun of my hat being turned around, and some criticized my style. So in honor of that loser who's probably subscribed to our YouTube,
He's listening.
that Zoob, I'm going to wear this now forever. And as long as you're going to, all those Zoobs are going to watch it.
Again, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. But
It's bizarre.
I'm going to keep this style. Here's the other thing for all the Cougar Zoobie boarders, trolls that are out there. You know, I did look at the analytics, particularly on YouTube, because it shows the age of those. You would think of the thousands and thousands and thousands of trolls.
We had 4,500 people watch this video.
That trolled us from Zoobie board. You would think it would be the 20-year-old, the 23-year-old, the 25-year-old,
No.
even the 26-year-old maybe. No, the analytics say that it was basically 35-year-olds is the median.
It was 35 and to like 45.
Above were the trolls.
Were the people who have 3 kids.
Okay, so
They own their own
well,
practice of a medical practice.
maybe. Here's
You're giving him a lot of credit.
this is the way. So these 35-year-old Zoobie trolls. Now, you're either a loser sitting in your basement instead of getting married and raising a family, or if you have a family, hey, at 35 years old, I don't think you should be trolling a Utah football fan podcast. I think you need to go help your wife put the kids to bed and get out of the basement. Just saying, okay? Zoobie board, anything on that?
Too far, but
went
hey,
too far.
thanks for watching. We're
thanks
glad
for
to
watching.
have
Stay with
you.
us.
Because I'm
Zoobs.
sure that you're watching right now.
And we'll,
Because you're sad.
you couldn't pay me enough to watch a BYU podcast, but whatever. If that's what you
I
want
understand
to
why
do,
they want to watch us. I think we're great.
We're pretty good.
That's why they want to watch.
Oh,
We're
okay.
talking the truth.
That's great.
They want to see what Big Brother's doing.
So
So true.
We've renamed the award because we're sorry that we offended you so badly.
Yeah, no longer the. So the award now is called the Jackass Award in honor.
It's the
So in honor of Cougar board, Zoobie board trolls, those. Anyway, it's now called the Jackass Award,
sponsored by Cougar Board.
sponsored
Thank
by
you. Thank you.
the Zoobie board. Thank you so much for that. So now the award is now the Jackass Award. Bryn, who gets the Jackass this.
Can
week.
I also just before we get into
I
it?
did a drum roll and
know.
everything.
We've been doing push the button award for 3 years.
3 years, people.
This was not a new invention for us. We've been doing it for 3 years. We've given that award to just about everybody. In fact, tonight's winner has probably won it 6 times.
I think, yeah.
No, he's won it a couple times.
So this is not like
Because
he deserves it, and you'll probably agree with me when you hear it. But it's like,
not not Zoobie board.
well, maybe not. But I'm going. This isn't a new concept. We've been doing this for 3 years. You just happen to not agree with our nominee.
Oh, it's because we talked about their coach.
Oh, their special little
Their
coach.
precious coach. But
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
The Jackass.
Drum roll.
Jackass award is.
Gordon Monson.
Yeah, see, everyone knows.
Mr. Jackass himself.
Yeah, he's the king of the jackasses.
And why is he getting the Jackass Award this week, James?
Because he decided that it would be a phenomenal idea to write an article titled Utah, the place where quarterbacks go to die. Wow, Gordon?
And let's just say that came out last week. It
out
was
last week.
insensitive then, and now how do you feel, Jackass Monson?
I don't know how that title passes
Editors?
the level.
Tribune?
The Tribune, honestly. And how tone deaf do you have to be to write something titled that? You can write an article about our quarterback situation that doesn't involve the word death. You freaking jackass. I want to say so much more, but you read I couldn't bring myself to read
I
the
read it.
I didn't read it.
Not only the title, whether he may not have even
It's his article, though.
written the title. His article, yeah, which he said that in the article.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that alone is jackassery. There's no question about it.
Which is a
But
word.
the article,
word.
It's a word,
It's
by
a
the
real
way. I
word. I'm
looked it
sorry,
up.
it's a real word.
I'm not that stupid.
But the article, I read it, and the thing is, Jackass Monson hates Utah.
He hates Utah.
He was after Witt when the coach changed. Remember all that fiasco?
yeah.
his sources,
His
hashtag sources.
contract
oh, yeah.
renegotiation, saying he's gone because my insider sources told me that Whittingham is gone. Well,
yeah,
see,
wow.
he hates Witt. He doesn't like the program. He's worthless. I never listened to the guy ever because
I don't know anybody that listens to that trash show, by the way.
so anyway, the article was not only insensitive, it was full of crap. Even just the stuff he was saying about Utah and its quarterback. So yes, Gordon Monson, again, I can't even remember over the years how many he's got. I think it's like around 3, but he gets the Jackass
But
award.
it'll go on his shelf with his previous awards.
It's phallus.
So this is a new award that he
Yeah,
gets.
sort of.
It's the same.
So
Same
yeah.
word.
So
It's the
so
same.
good for him. Yeah.
I
Jackassery.
can't even he just whatever.
Well, okay, we've got a bye week. Comes at a great time.
Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna be at a Texas A&M football game this weekend.
La-di-da for you.
So I'm
Dang.
but I'm excited
Who do
because
they play?
Missouri, I want to say.
I don't care. It'll be fun, man.
But I get to see the 12th man in
Yeah, it'll be
action and
fun.
all that stuff, and
It'll
I
be- I'll be-
guarantee you they play hype music.
You know what? Do me a favor.
record some of it.
Yeah. Take us some notes on what they play,
I will.
and let's see if they play Sweet Caroline.
I'll freaking send it to Mark Harlan myself.
Mark,
All right.
you're a listener. Just listen to us. We are the fans.
Go Utes. Prayers to Aaron Lowe's family.
Yeah.
Prayers to our Utah football team, staff, players, everybody. We got to stick together on this, Utah football fans.
Yep. Go Utes.
Go Utes.
Yeah. Ready? Let's get it. I'm telling you why. You can see in their eyes, them boys ain't playing, they ready to ride. Shaking the tunnel, just screaming and yelling. If you ain't ready, you get eaten alive. Taking the field with loads of passion. Swagging out with the flyest fashions. Cameras out and they steady flashing. Captains out, we about to get it cracking. Full of crashing in between those lines. You boys, we about to ride. We're a band of brothers and we stick together like an army mission when it's wartime. We stacking them W's, pay attention. Opponents coming
song
with
will be so
apprehension.
good.
We stay on top of our division. Went from BCS buses to playoff.
I mean, just listen to it.
We on the rise up. Now the
Between
boys
the third and fourth
mad,
quarter,
mad. We have to tighten them boys
team,
up. We here for the crown.
everyone.
Oh my gosh! Now the boys mad,
And he's one of ours.
We have to tighten
And he's a
them
former
boys up.
player.
We here for the crown.
Okay.
Go Utes.
Harlan.